In a special feature, government of Uganda has been called upon to enhance their presence in the water transport system in terms of tightening the laws and enhancing sensitization among Ugandans that travel and work on water. The calls were made by Ugandans from different walks of life who feel that this will only not be a way accidents on water can be avoided, but also be a historical move for Ugandans. Let's take a look.
Of November 2018 will forever be in the books of Uganda's history due to an incident that claimed 33 lives in a matter of just minutes. MV Templar, a boat that carried 98 revelers from Gaba, capsized in Lake Victoria, killing 32 of them, including its owner Templar Bisase and wife, plus a fisherman John Owecho, who had come on a rescue mission. According to a survivor who even wrote about the fatal accident, Alex Nyonzima, the 98 sailors were an elite group of revelers on a boat cruise to a party at another beach, Cape Palm, still in Mukono.
Everyone who was on that boat was either invited or a friend to the people who were organizing this event. Most of the people were very responsible people.
After a long wait from 9 a.m., it was at almost 5 p.m. that the MV Templar surfaced and had waiting socialites board, all in a jovial party mode because this was not their first time to travel on this boat anyway.
Myself, it was going to be like the 20th time I was going to be on this boat.
But after a few nautical miles, signs of questionable mechanical conditions of the boat were visible as it abruptly stopped 3 times in the middle of the lake. And in fact, according to Nyonzima, there was worry and tension among the revelers.
The boat suffered 3 engine failures that day that I noticed myself. The first engine failure happened very close to about 2 kilometers away from Keke Beach. Yeah, I was on tension. My heart had never beat so hard. There's a friend of mine called Shafiq. He came and told me, you know what, we are on 80% risk. Now, I thought of those words. I could feel what he was saying. He was telling me we're in peril. There's danger around us. And my heart even beat more.
It was at the 3rd abrupt stop that signs of the irreversible moment of the day now surfaced. And
I heard the words, in that moment as I held on, I heard the words from the late Templar saying, I know a little bit of Uganda because I've been in central Uganda for a long time. And I translated those words immediately in my mind into English. The boat is going to capsize. Those were the last words that I heard from him. He shouted them out. So we stayed in that position. All of us were on one side of the boat for about 20 seconds. Then the boat capsized. It was sudden. All of us fell off. It went from the 45 degrees to 90 degrees. So for us who were holding on, we're like, you're on the roof. We all fell down into the water.
Back to the 3 abrupt stopovers. They point at one fact, that the boat MV Templar was in a poor mechanical condition. But how true was this? I'm standing at the wreckage of the MV Templar that had the lives of the 32 end here. This place is called Wuzindere Village. It is in Mpata sub-county in Mukono district. According to the eyewitnesses here that saw the boat sink, they also confirm that this boat really had a bad mechanical condition. On a look at the wreckage, you can still see a number of signs that show that indeed the boat had a lot of issues. I've talked to senior boat captains in this area and they tell me that it is wrong a boat to have concrete, but as you can see, this is concrete added with timber and pieces of iron.
If you build a house for you to sleep in a year, you see, it looks like as you see this boat is looking. Is that be a good house? Look at the boat is so old, but the color is so new.
If that boat was serviced, it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't lose balance. You get that? Because this boat, whenever it takes a lot of water inside. When water enter inside, it loses balance.
It really seems to be true that the MV Templar vessel had mechanical problems, but one wonders how the revelers, the owner of the boat, and the captain accepted to sail on a boat that was mechanically down.
They could have gotten a better boat. MV Kalangala, MV Amani could have took those people, but he was put on pressure and he had to bring the boat on immediately before even it was given service.
Just like the 32 who died, a youthful John Owecho, who had come around to rescue the victims, left behind a very young family who are currently in dire need of almost everything.
That gentleman, he came to save people. He didn't know who he was saving. He came to save human life. And then he lost his life. We've got a place in a school for the two kids. We just want to talk to the mother to see if she'll be able to relocate them. The school is in Makindi. We're also thinking about one day mobilize resources. If the land is there, we can start building slowly by slowly. I know that should happen.
But as Ugandans, what lessons have we drawn from this unforgettable, deadly incident?
The government of Uganda have to bring more life jackets, original ones, not this duplicate one. The Chinese jackets that are bringing, you measure 90, the jacket's measuring 15. How can that jacket hold you on the leg? And also police to do their job.
You don't have to allow that person to take off the life jacket because of the pictures, because just a slight mistake that could lead them to an accident.
I think government should just put a serious terms on these boats, whereby if a boat is not in good condition, it should not work.
According to the Minister for Transport, Azuba Ntege, and her colleague, State for Transport, Vincent Bajire, government through their ministry, Marine Police and other agencies is strengthening systems and regulations to enhance prevention of such accidents on water bodies.
We have begun a maritime department in the Ministry of Works and Transport and headed by a commissioner. Now we are recruiting staff, and some of the young men and women who were recruited have been taken out, and some of them are back. They have really got the skills to manage monitoring, evaluation, giving regulations and guidelines on what kind of vessels, how many numbers, when should they move, where should they move on our waters.
But one of the strategies will be how do we improve on the safety and security.
Michael Jordan Lukomwa and Gloria Gwitabinji, UBC News.